I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you, maybe even hurt a little, but it's something you need to hear. No one really cares about you. Now, don't get upset yet. Me out. This isn't the end of your story. It's just the beginning. When I say no one cares about you, I don't mean you're not important. What I mean is, the world isn't waiting for you to succeed. It's not watching to see if you achieve your goals. The world is busy. There are billions of people, each focused on their own lives, their own problems, their own dream. But this isn't a bad thing. It's actually a gift. If no one cares about you, it means you don't have to live up to anyone else's expectations. You don't have to worry about pleasing everyone around you. You can stop trying to get other people's approval. When you truly understand that no one cares about you, you stop living for others. You stop making choices based on what others think. You stop holding back because you're scared of being judged. Instead, you start living for yourself. You make decisions that align with what you believe, what you're passionate about, and what your purpose is. You go after your dreams with a fire inside because you realize the only person you need to impress is you. Realize the only person you need to impress is you. This truth that no one cares about you is like a key that unlocks a new world. A world where you are in charge of your own story, your own path, and your own destiny. But with this freedom comes responsibility. If no one else is going to care about you, then you must care about yourself. You have to believe in yourself, push yourself, and lift yourself up when things get tough. The world doesn't owe you anything. Success won't be handed to you. Happiness won't just show up. You have to go out there and create the life you want. And that's exciting because once you stop waiting for others to care, you tap into a strength inside you that you didn't know was there. You'll discover new strengths, courage, and talents that have been waiting to come to life. But it won't be easy. There will be tough days when you'll want to give up and go back to caring about what others think, waiting for someone to come save you. But now you know the truth. No one cares about you, and that's your superpower. So what will you do with this power? Will you let it hold you back, or will you use it to push forward? Will you give up, or will you use this as fuel to work harder than ever? Will you let it make you bitter, or will it make you better? Or will it make you better? The choice is yours. It's always been yours, but maybe you couldn't see it before because you were too focused on getting approval from others. Now you know the truth. So what will you do? Will you keep living for other people's opinions? Or will you start living for yourself? Will you keep waiting for someone to care about your dreams? Or will you start caring about them? Will you keep seeking validation from others, or will you start validating yourself? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. These are the choices you need to make. Because the moment you stop caring about whether others care is the moment your real life begins. It's when you start living authentically, following your passions without fear, and building the life you've always wanted but didn't think you could have. But remember, this isn't about being selfish. It's not about ignoring others or stepping on them to get what you want. This journey is about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about living with purpose, integrity, and passion. And the funny thing is, when you stop worrying about whether others care, you'll start living in a way that inspires and touches more people than you ever could have imagined. That's when people will start to care. That's when you will begin to attract the right people into your life. People who appreciate you for who you truly are, not for who you pretend to be. People are drawn to authenticity. They're attracted to passion. They respect those who have the courage to be themselves, to pursue their dreams, to live life on their own terms. So by embracing the truth that nobody cares about you, by using that truth to fuel your own growth and development, you will paradoxically become someone that people do care about. But the difference is you won't need their care anymore. You won't be dependent on it. You will appreciate it, sure, but you won't require it to validate your worth or to motivate your action. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be saying, but I have family and friends who care about me. Are you saying they don't matter? Of course not. The love and support of family and friends are precious gifts. But even the people closest to you can't care about your life, your dreams, your goals as much as you do. They have their own lives to live, their own dreams to pursue. And that's okay. That's how it should be, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to live with the consequences of your choices. You're the one who has to look in the mirror and face yourself. You're the one who has to lie down at night with your thoughts, your regrets, your aspiration. So while the love and support of others are wonderful, they can't be the driving force in your life. They can't be the reason you get up in the morning, the reason you push through hardships, the reason you keep going when everything seems to be falling apart. That drive, that motivation, that unwavering belief in yourself that has to come from within, and it can only come from within when you truly understand and embrace the fact that nobody cares about you as much as you need to care about yourself. This truth that nobody cares about you, it's like a fire. It can either burn you or it can forge you into something stronger, something better. The choice is yours. Will you let it consume you with bitterness and resentment? Will you use it as an excuse to give up on your dreams, to settle for a life of mediocrity? Or will you let it refine you? Will you use it to burn away your need for external validation, your fear of judgment, your hair of judgment, your habit of playing small? Will you let it forge you into someone who's resilient, who's self-reliant, who's unstoppable in the pursuit of their goals? The fire is burning. And let me tell you, when you choose to let this truth refine you rather than define you, that's when the magic happens. That's when you start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. That's when you start to find strength in situations that would have broken you before. Because when you stop caring about whether others care about you, you free up so much mental and emotional energy. Energy that you can now direct towards your goals, your growth, your success. Think about how much time and effort you spend trying to make people like you, trying to win their approval, trying to fit into their expectation. Now, imagine channeling all that energy into improving yourself, into pursuing your passions, into making your dreams a reality. The results would be extraordinary, wouldn't they? And that's the potential that lies within you right now. That's the power you can tap into the moment you embrace this truth. Knowing this truth isn't enough. Understanding it intellectually isn't enough. Because there will be times when you forget. There will be moments when you slip back into old patterns, when you start seeking validation from others, when you start basing your worth on people's opinions of you. And that's okay, we're human. We're not perfect. The important thing is to recognize when it's happening and to gently remind yourself of the truth. Remind yourself that your worth isn't determined by others' opinions of you. Remind yourself that your dreams don't need anyone else's approval. Remind yourself that the only person who needs to believe in you is you. And then get back up. Dust yourself off and keep moving forward. Not the you that's trying to please everyone. Not the you that's living according to others' expectations. But the real you, the authentic you, the authentic you, the you that emerges when you stop caring about whether others care about you. The world needs your unique gifts, your special talents, your particular perspective. The world needs the dreams that only you can bring to life, the problems that only you can solve, the value that only you can create. But the world won't come knocking on your door begging you to share these gifts. The world won't roll out a red carpet for you. The world won't clear the path ahead of you. No, the world will challenge you. It will test you. It will throw obstacles in your way. And that's a good thing, because these challenges, these tests, these obstacles, they're not meant to stop you. They're meant to reveal you. They're meant to show you what you're truly capable of. They're meant to strip away all the false layers, all the masks you've been wearing, all the pretenses you've been hiding behind. They're meant to reveal the real you, the strong, resilient, unstoppable you that's been there all along, waiting for this moment to emerge. So embrace the challenges. Welcome the obstacles. See them not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger. Because when you stop caring about whether others care about you, when you start living life on your own terms, that's when you become unstoppable. That's when you become unshakable.